history is repeating itself. They once incarcerated a queen in her own palace here in Hawaii, and now they're incarcerating the people of Hawaii, and she would away. So we're here to fight to free Hawaii. Please, for our keiki, our kupuna, and for all of you, free Hawaii now. Free Hawaii now.
What they're doing to us is making no sense. It's corruption. That's exactly what it is.
Well, it's just so important, right? There's so much illegality going on in our local government, nationwide, and we're in a pivotal time in history, and so we got to take a stand for our freedoms and make sure that our constitutional rights, the Bill of Rights, are adhered to by government.
You know, Hawaiians, especially Hawaiians, you know, you can keep voting Democrat, but we're going to get the same results if we don't vote for a change in this election, so that's about it.
So what you need to know is that there's a big movement for freedom, and it's not just because of the lockdown, but we want our First Amendment right. We don't want to be censored. We want to make sure that all voices are heard.
We was grown up on 3 channels, CBS, ABC, and NBC, and we trusted them. Thank God for the internet, because can you imagine how much these guys been lying to us?
Yeah.
All these, not years, decades. Decades.
And these Democrats have been ripping us off for years and years. You know?
Hi, we're out here today trying to just document why people showed up to the protest, so we'd love to hear from you.
We need to be heard from because we're losing our freedoms, and this is an attempt to wake up the government here. It's a one-party system, and it needs to be more business-oriented.
The governor and the mayor thinks that they can tell you to do whatever the hell they want. You got to close down your business. You've worked 45 years to save all your money. Your whole family thrives on this business. Sorry, done. Taking it all away. Why? Because we're saving lives. Well, prove to me you're saving lives, because slowing down a disease doesn't mean you're saving any lives.
My name's I'm a 73-year-old grandmother, and I am here because I'm sick and tired of what's happening in the state of Hawaii. We need to reopen up the state. We need people to get back to work. We need families fed. We need people growth. We need young children back to school and get Hawaii going. Come on, man. Let's get it going.
Friends, Hawaiians, fellow islanders, let us all tell Governor Ige to give freedom to all Hawaiians in Hawaii. Open Hawaii for all.
It's very important if you care about all different kinds of races. They call it races, but we're one human race. I just wanted to give a heads up about that.
And then I bumped into a family and they said, hey, come down to the Trump thing. And I came down and I never met a more cohesive, kind, hopeful group of people ever. And every socioeconomic group, every racial, every structure of life is represented here. Families and happiness and joy. And that's what this is about.
Revised Statutes Chapter 127A-14D says, on the 60th day after the proclamation instituting the state of emergency automatically terminates unless the governor terminates it before the 60th day. That was May 3rd. This governor is completely unlawful. The mayors are completely unlawful, and the courts want to let them be that way. We can't let it be that way.
And we're sick of it. We want to be able to live well on one 9-to-5 job in Hawaii. We can do it. We're going to start by bringing back some Republicans because we need competition in the political system. No more one-party politics. Thank y'all.
Trump drain Hawaii swamp. Ige and Caldwell, stop fudging the numbers. They're cooking the books. We know it's going down, but you guys are saying it's going up. Open up Hawaii. Mahalo.
The mentality and well-being of children through living through this and the first part of their lives is just devastating, and it can be psychologically to think that they think they're free when they're being controlled like this makes it really hard.
Why should I be afraid to share my feelings with my neighbors or my friends? Why? Because there's such ridicule, there's such shame, there's such guilt, there's such negativity. I'm even hesitant to talk on a camera, but I believe in the freedom of speech.
The numbers just don't add up. When the CDC comes out and shows information showing that 94% of people that died with coronavirus had 2 or 3 other comorbidities, that tells us that there is no real pandemic, that the numbers just don't add up.
I'm here supporting Trump, Latinos for Trump, just pretty much looking to make people aware of what's going on. There's so many different things that are going wrong, and then they decided to lock us down over 6% out of total deaths for just a simple virus. Nothing over flu and pneumonia, nothing over tuberculosis last year, but now this is barely affecting everyone, you know. People need to know what's going on. A lot of people are complacent, you know.
First time out at a protest. Let us know why you're here today. What motivated you?
I'm tired of wearing a mask at work.
Sure.
Because, you know, working, it's, you know, covered in sweat and can't breathe, so it's like I'm getting waterboarded.
Right. Yeah, that's a good reason.
That's one of the reasons.
So it's my faith, my family, and my freedom, right? And if we're gonna allow somebody to walk all over us, to take away our freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, if you will, right? The freedom of religion, the freedom of the press, the freedom of, you know, Fifth Amendment right to not incriminate yourself, the Fourth Amendment right to due process of law. You know, if you're gonna allow somebody to take those freedoms away from us, then what do we have?
That's why I looked at the Declaration of Independence, and that's why I have the, you know, we the people don't consent, because you can only be governed by consent, meaning we have to agree to the stipulations the government puts in place. And so as a people, when your rights, your freedoms, your pursuit of happiness is subverted, it is the responsibility of the people to take action.
And I support Donald Trump. I support we gotta get him elected, because all these politicians and all these Democrats are running us to the ground, and you know, we cannot even get jobs, and Donald Trump is our only hope. You know? We gotta vote for him, and he's gonna make America great again. All of his family. God bless him.
I'm here because I support President Trump. I think it's amazing what he did in 3 years. I like that he's the first president to do something to improve the black community. Obama couldn't do that, and no one before him could do that. So that's super awesome.
Think outside the box. Don't just listen to the box.
Yeah.
Do your own research. Do your own fact check.
If our homes are the safest place for us to be, then how is it that the prisoners aren't just as safe in their prisons? How is that even possible? But they're not letting us outside.
Every single test that is proven positive, the state receives $301,000 for. Every single test that they prove positive.
Let us think. Don't tell us what to do. And we just want our freedom.
The cure is worse than the disease at this point. They're killing people by not letting them work, and they're not able to provide for their family.
From what I can tell, the disease is far less deadly than what they claimed it to be. The recovery rate's high. I know some of the people affected by this disease, it's terrible. I mean, they're in the hospital for 2 or 3 months. Most people are over it in 1 day. Some people don't even know they have it. How deadly can the disease be if you don't even know you have it? So, we've been lied to, and the worst part about it is that they're using the momentum of the news and the media, which is probably the real virus. It's, hey, take away everybody's rights. This is the first time in human history that they quarantine healthy people over a disease.
We don't want excessive fines for going to the beach and doing something natural, like sitting at a beach park where we pay taxes for it. It's asinine.
I don't like corruption, so I'm out here supporting Q, the plan to save the world, and save the world from child sex trafficking. Open up, boy!
We're for veterans, and we're for the blue, and all the basic common sense things.
Trump has been bringing, bringing our jobs back and our companies,
Even AG Barr said to put in complaints about coronavirus lockdown overreach by governors. So look into it, please. It's the only way we can do it. Also, I know For Our Rights Kauai, a little long before Our Rights, and For Our Rights Kauai, they put in a lawsuit against Ige already. So donating to them, I'm going to look into more of that. I'm going to donate to them because they actually got the lawsuit going already. This is just for more civil rights complaints against the federal government. So, yeah.
If we are not willing to fight for our freedom, who's going to fight for us? It's up to us, exactly, to fight for our freedom. If we're not going to do it,
people died for this freedom. And I tell you what, our descendants are going to look back on this day and they're going to wonder where were their ancestors. And I want to be on the right side of history. I want my descendants to be able to say, my auntie was there, my tutu was there, And so, there's a price to pay for freedom. You're going to pay it now, you're going to pay it later. It's better to pay it now.
Awesome. Thank you so much.